Hey, it's Chris Cashman. We're out here at the Boeing Classic at Snoqualmie Ridge, finally putting to rest the rumor. Is this the birthplace of the Mariner Moose, supposedly roaming with the elk? I don't think there's any truth to it. We'll find out tonight on Evening. Yes!
The beloved musical that's become a Leavenworth tradition.
I'm St. Brian in Woodinville with an unreal estate that is a horse lover's dream.
And the Little Island hosting a big indie film festival.
You are right on time. Welcome to Evening Magazine from Snoqualmie Ridge, home to the Boeing Classic. We're coming to you from the famous 14, the Canyon Club overlooking. Do you have what it takes to boom it over the canyon? This is the Northwest's only PGA Tour Champions event, and the best news, it's just getting started.
It doesn't get any better than this.
When Ryan Ingalls, tournament director of the Boeing Classic, wants to putt with you before the interview, you say yes.
This is also the Northwest's only PGA Tour Champions event. This is a big deal.
It is, and they love coming here. I mean, obviously, August in the Pacific Northwest does not get any better.
Best of all, this family-friendly event has something for everyone. There's Seahawks Village for football fans, and everybody is a fan of Boeing's big flyover.
And so at 11:20 on Friday, as a part of our opening ceremony, we kick off the tournament with a flyover as it comes up the 18 green.
And there's another flyover after the final putt on Sunday.
Perhaps the best news is that all of this is a massive fundraiser.
It is massive fundraiser for two main beneficiaries, Virginia Mason Franciscan Health, as well as the First Tee of Greater Seattle. It's a great thing to be a part of.
For more information, or should I say, for more information,
BoeingClassic.com is where you can find tickets, and we hope everybody can come join us.
We're back on 14. Ryan trying to deliver the putt.
Come on.
Boom! Walk away on a make. That'll do it, everyone. Can't believe our little Boeing Classic is already 21, but yes, family friendly. Bring the kids down. It gets more dramatic as we head into the weekend. It's going to wrap up on the 16th. Don't miss the Boeing Classic. All right, now we are heading east of the mountains for a timeless tradition. It's almost too cute for words. Fortunately, it's a musical.
it happens every summer on the sunnier side of Washington.
The hills are alive with the sound of music.
One of the most beloved musicals of all time comes alive in Leavenworth.
We're having a special reunion of former cast members that have been a part of The Sound of Music here in Leavenworth over the last 30 years. We're celebrating 30 seasons of that show here on the ski hill.
On a mountain stage unlike any other.
Well, it's such an ideal location here, nestled up in the hills.
Set in what was once an Olympic ski jumping site.
You really get a sense that you're in the Alps when you come and experience the show. It's all done outdoors.
For me, it's a fun summer family. It's been the best summer job ever, right?
Hello everyone, welcome to Sound of Music. It's our 30th anniversary tonight, so it's extra special.
I did Maria for 5 summers.
Wow.
Started in 1998.
Awesome.
If you're late to the party, The Sound of Music is the classic tale of Maria, 7 kids, the Austrian Alps, lots of nuns, and one very musical family.
Come see the show.
Yeah, come buy your tickets.
Yeah.
Being Maria in Leavenworth feels like a very big deal. It's such an honor. And you do meet people from all over. You know, there are performers coming from all over the country.
Nuts are fun!
So Maddie, you drive more than 2 hours from Seattle to do this?
Yeah, and I love it.
Rumor has it if you time it just right, you might even see one of my absolute favorite actors on stage.
My daughter, Madeline Cashman, disguised as a nun and takes on the role of Liesel.
You have to worry about bugs out here?
Yeah. I have gotten a few bug bites, especially on my face, but that's what makeup's for.
And somewhere out there, another kid is watching,
I play Gretel in the show.
dreaming about their opportunity.
2 years ago I came and saw it and I was like, Mom, Dad, I really want to be Gretel up on that stage someday. And then my dream came true.
31 years ago, we started Sound of Music in 1995, and I've done 26 of the 30 seasons.
Cast, tonight you carry it forward. And audience, you're about to see why these hills really are alive with the Sound of Music.
Raindrops on roses, whiskers on kittens, 30 years of Sound of Music traditions. alpine backdrops, performers who sing, and an audience coming back for their favorite thing.
And you gotta get this.
Ooh.
Original.
Welcome back.
Thanks.
And now, Leavenworth Summer Theater is proud to present The Sound of Music.
So special, my thanks to the Leavenworth Summer Theater. They actually put on 3 shows throughout the summer. Sound of Music is the staple, and it will be running through the end of the month, through the end of August. Don't miss the magic. All right, now we're going to head to Vashon Island for the 5th edition of the Vashon Island Film Festival. Jose's there for a preview ahead of the big weekend.
I took the short ferry ride from Seattle to Vashon to learn more about the festival and some of the movie picks for this year.
We are in the historic Vashon Theater. It's one of the oldest active operating theaters in Washington State and the host of the Vashon Island Film Festival. The Vashon Island Film Festival is a small curated festival. In competition, we take award-winning selections from the major festivals, Sundance and Cannes and Tribeca and Venice. It's kind of like the creme de la creme at the end of the festival season. In addition to that, we also have local programming, films that have connections both to the island and to the greater Pacific Northwest.
One of the films with a direct connection to the island is the documentary Dad Jeans.
I'm gonna meet a guy that has a very interesting story.
He's the most famous sperm donor I know, actually.
In 1994, I was a sperm donor, an anonymous sperm donor. Didn't think about it for a long time, and then home DNA testing became a thing.
How cool would it be if I got together with the mother of my daughter, who I hadn't met?
It's a true love story like no other.
That's really fun that our community will be able to see this story.
I need a job. You worked in a kitchen before?
What makes this festival unique?
Having this festival at the end of what we would call festival season makes it unique in that it feels more like a celebration. We look at it as kind of the vacation festival. At the end of the day, it's all about story, and I think that that's a way that we connect and process.
My next stop was to meet the director of the documentary, The Life We Leave.
So The Life We Leave is a feature documentary that follows Micah Truman, the founder of Return Home, a human composting company in Auburn, Washington.
We use a vessel 8 feet long, 3.5 feet tall.
What made you do this one?
This film was born from grief. My mom died in 2018.
What do you think you learned?
I've learned that having these big, open, hard conversations is really important. I mean, we're all gonna die, right? This is the thing that all of us have in common. We're all born and we all die.
Oh, hello. Welcome to my pod.
The idea of composting a human body and returning it back to the ground, that first happened here on Vashon Island.
Would you consider when the time comes compost?
Yeah, my wife and I have already put it in our wills.
So yes.
Yeah.
Is this festival for everybody?
It is for everybody, and that's really important for us. I feel a sense of responsibility to make sure that we're getting quality programming here and being able to see movies on the screen that you might not otherwise be able to see.
How fun. Thank you, Jose. The 5th annual Vashon Film Festival kicks off this Thursday, the 13th, and is going to run through August 16th. Still to come on Evening Magazine.
Heaven for horse lovers.
What I really wanted was a place where I could tell the horses were happy.
Where to find our latest piece of unreal estate. Evening Magazine is sponsored by the Boeing Classic.
And welcome back to Evening Magazine. We're at the club at Snoqualmie Ridge. The Boeing Classic is underway in its 21st year. Some golf greats are descending as we speak. Word has it, Ernie Els dropped one on the green just behind me a little earlier today. But you know, golf is hungry work. There are plenty of great food options throughout the course for whatever you're craving. And if you're craving a smash burger, Burger Buds is your stop. Burger Buds is named for the friends who founded this food truck. You can usually find them in Enumclaw and Maple Valley. They're located on the 18th hole for the rest of the week, serving up specialties like the proper patty and the mighty Wenatchee, and these fries tossed in beef tallow. Amazing. It is the burger and fries equivalent of a hole-in-one. Feast your eyes on the mighty Wenatchee, a double smash, gorgonzola crumbles, garlic aioli. Rumor has it Burger Buds are opening up brick and mortars in Issaquah, North Bend. You've been warned. Go try it for yourself, ladies and gentlemen, but make sure you're hungry as a horse. which is a professional segue into this week's edition of On Real Estate. Saint is standing by in Woodinville with a horse lover's dream.
Hey, if you've ever dreamed of trading rush hour for horseback rides with Mount Rainier in the background, welcome to Koru Equestrian Estate.
From above, it looks like a luxury resort, but this is someone's home. And for Leonie Paget, a dream years in the making.
This home makes me feel happy. It's a paradise if you're a horse person, for sure. It's private, it's quiet. It has everything that you could ever dream of as a little girl. Once you've started as a child, it's under your skin forever.
A native of New Zealand, Leonie searched for years, looking for a place where her family could live with their horses. When she couldn't find it, she built it.
What I really wanted was a place where I could tell the horses were happy first.
The estate combines a custom farmhouse with a professional horse facility spread across 21 breathtaking acres. Leonie even gave the place a special name. Koru is a major symbol from New Zealand, an unfurling fern that represents peace, strength, and new beginnings. Leonie is ready to begin a new chapter of her own, closer to her children on the East Coast.
Is that a walk-in closet or a refrigerator?
Funny you say that, it would be a small closet, but that is a big refrigerator, yes.
The chef's kitchen was designed as the gathering place for family and friends, with mountain views from nearly every angle.
When I built this kitchen, I was like a kid in a candy store. I wanted a dream kitchen, a place to gather the family, and I got to design every surface from scratch.
The primary suite has a Japanese soaking tub. There's a temperature-controlled wine closet. Even the dogs receive custom accommodations.
And the builders sort of balked when I said to them I need to build a bar for the dogs.
A bar for the dogs.
Yes.
This place has everything.
You name it. Everyone has to be happy.
Because at Koru, apparently everyone gets a little luxury.
You drive through the gates and you have this 21 acres of just incredible equestrian amenities, everything.
Probably the most interesting feature of the property is this entertainment loft they have above the second barn. I think it seats about 35 people. There's a bar, there's a wine fridge.
Upstairs, the party. Down below, the horses. Whether the next owner keeps it as a private retreat or opens it as a premier training facility, Leonie simply hopes the dream she built for her family will be appreciated by the next.
It seems a waste to have such a beautiful property sitting here empty and not being used when it needs to be loved and full of horses and people that will enjoy it.
Thank you, Saint. The asking price for the equestrian estate there in Woodinville is $13.9 million, and I don't think it comes with the horses. I think it does come with those cool bar stools, though. So, coming up on Evening Magazine.
From seed to cheese, the Ferndale family making artisan Italian cheese from the ground up. Evening Magazine is made possible with support from Kitsap Credit Union. Since 1934, Kitsap Credit Union has believed that together it's possible. Together, we shine a light on the people and places that help our communities thrive.
And welcome back to a sparkling edition of Evening Magazine. We're at Snoqualmie Ridge, home to the Boeing Classic. Mount Zion Company showing off in the rear view. It's a beautiful week, a lot of family fun. Come be a part of it. You know, planting a seed can grow a dream. Yes, it's a metaphor, but it actually describes exactly what's happening at a family farm just south of the Canadian border. It's cheesy in a good way.
You've heard of farm to table, but what about seed to cheese? On this family farm, they plant the grass that feeds the cows, who produce the milk that makes the cheese.
It's like a dream come true. I mean, this is my dream.
Daniel Waverin and his wife run Ferndale Farmstead, a quiet sanctuary in Whatcom County, where milk is piped straight from the parlor into the creamery and turned into Italian artisan cheeses.
So when you get mozzarella at the grocery store, it's been a 24-hour cycle from when it was grass to when it's cheese on your table.
They launched in 2013, but Daniel and Nydia's partnership goes back more than 15 years.
Dan and I are high school sweethearts.
I think we're definitely probably the youngest cheesemakers in the industry that I know of.
Daniel is also a third-generation dairy farmer, but the first in his family to study the art of cheesemaking.
All right, come on down.
A passion he's passed on to his small but hardworking staff, who make every block of cheese from scratch.
This room here we call Purgatorio. Purgatory, last chance for cheese to cry before it goes into aging.
While their award-winning varieties are based in Italian tradition, Ferndale Farmsteads is distinctly local. Like wine, the flavors of cheese reflect environment.
The way I want people to see cheese is a taste of place. And when you eat cheese, you are literally tasting the abundance and the flavors of that location.
And there's this history element, the cultural aspect of cheese, which is deeply rewarding because we're celebrating the cultures from all around the world in the form of the foods that have held us together for all this time.
That includes Nydia's heritage and most of their crew.
Yesenia, por favor, voltear por la cámara. The cheese is made almost 100% in Spanish here. We really celebrate that as a part of our diversity and our culture.
Their next planned line is Familia del Norte, Family of the North. For now, Ferndale Farmstead will keep planting, feeding, milking, and making pure cheese the Italian way, using what they have right here at home to feed their community.
We feel very blessed to be cheesemakers.
All right, you can find the Ferndale Farmstead cheese at many of the greater Seattle grocery stores.
When evening returns, a diner that's peak Twin Peaks. Now in our 40th season, Evening Magazine shares local stories that make our community shine. Evening Magazine is sponsored by Pemco Insurance. Pemco empowers the Northwest to prevent the preventable. Learn how at pemco.com.
And welcome back to Evening Magazine. I got to use the forced golf whisper here. We're at the golf club at Snoqualmie Ridge, home to the Boeing Classic. In its 21st year, some of the greats are warming up right here, but it's also a very concerning time for some of you. For those in the Spokane area whose homes have been impacted by the wildfires, safety remains important as families begin assessing the damage. Wait until local officials say it's safe to return. And once home, use caution around ash and damaged electrical lines. Avoid direct contact with ash and wear protective clothing, gloves, eye protection, and an N95 mask. The American Red Cross continues to be on the ground providing emergency shelter, meals, relief supplies, and other critical support for families impacted by the fires. Now, if you want to help make a financial donation to the Red Cross through August 14th, Pemco will match up to $50,000 in donations made to the Red Cross using this QR code. Every contribution helps provide immediate assistance now and supports families as they begin the long road to recovery. All right, we can't be in Snoqualmie without having a Twin Peaks moment. I mean, Tweed's Cafe in nearby North Bend, that's where they shot a lot of the show. And guess what? You can still stop by for a cup of coffee. Here's Saints.
It's a damn fine cup.
More than 30 years after that compliment was given at the Double R Diner, David Lynch's Twin Peaks universe lives on.
Anything to drink besides water.
Inside Tweed's Cafe.
Every day, 365 days a year, someone comes here just because they love Twin Peaks. This is the only place that really looks like it does in Twin Peaks, so it's the only place that they can step into the world of Twin Peaks.
Max was born the year the show debuted and never imagined he'd ever own the diner.
I have a PhD in philosophy and always thought that I would be in academia. She has a master's of midwifery and always thought she'd be delivering babies somewhere.
He does realize that sounds like the plot of a David Lynch project.
Definitely.
They joyfully honor the diner's worldwide fandom. Set photos adorn the red hallway. A superfan from Sweden helps design merchandise, and crowdfunding paid for the exterior signs, Neon Double R.
It was really cool. Very special.
Oh my gosh.
For non-fans, the classic American diner menu is more than reason to stop in.
It is very delicious.
And they're serious about serving cherry pie that lives up to Agent Dale Cooper's description.
This must be where pies go when they die.
The 90s may be long gone, but here, Twin Peaks is forever.
I'm just happy, you know, that people are still interested in both Twin Peaks and our little diner, and we really like being here and a big part of North Bend and bringing people nice big plates of food.
So cool. Tweed's Cafe is open every day. Stop by. It looks like the real deal inside. You're going to enjoy it. That'll do it for us here at the Boeing Classic. Thanks to Snoqualmie Ridge for hosting. It's getting rolling on the 14th through the 16th. Family friendly. Don't miss the Boeing Classic. Thanks for making it the perfect evening. I'm going to go work on my bass tan.